go veg.
Being a vegetarian, and give it time and see how it goes.
Good excuse to get out there, right?
Hi, I'm Caryn Hartglass with Responsible Eating and Living, and we're getting energized here in the 2012 Veggie Pride Parade.
I'll try to check out your...
Before her involvement in the non-profit world, Ms. Hartglass, with bachelor's and master's degrees in chemical engineering from Bucknell University, worked in the semiconductor industry for 20 years, or should that be the full conductor industry for 10 years? I'm not entirely sure about that. Sorry. A classically trained singer, she has performed in opera and musicals in the United States and abroad, and has won 2 international voice competitions in France and South Africa. Put it together for Caryn Hartglass.
Thank you, Martin Rowe. Hi everybody, how are you doing? Woo! It's a beautiful day here in the greatest city in the world, New York City. I want to tell you something. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here because I had advanced ovarian cancer 6 years ago, and everybody was telling me I wouldn't be here. But there's a reason why I'm here. And that's one of the reasons why I founded Responsible Eating and Living, because everything I learned and discovered and put together, I share for anyone who wants or needs that information at absolutely no cost, because it's a nonprofit. I've been a vegetarian since about 15 years old. Very simply, I didn't want to kill animals. And so for me, just like all of us, we're all on a different journey, and we're learning and we're making choices. And but what I didn't realize at that time was that I was not a healthy child. I thought I was, but I had some serious female issues, menstrual problems, and they got aggravated over time. I used a lot of tampons that have dioxin in them, and I really believe that aggravated my problem. I consumed a lot of dairy. I believe that aggravated my problem. But you know, I have a very positive attitude. I never thought I had a problem. I just dealt with it, and I had a great life, and I had a lot of energy, and I did a lot of things. And then I became vegan, and I had a lot of energy, did a lot of things, and did a lot of good work. And then all of a sudden at 48 years old, my belly started getting bigger, and I had this giant tumor. So the interesting thing is I went in for surgery, didn't know I had cancer. And my surgeon says to me afterwards, "You are so clean inside. What are you eating?" And so for the next few days in my hospital bed recovering, the doctor is asking me questions about food, and I am lecturing from my hospital bed about diet. And this was one of the lifelines for me. I knew I was going to live. Okay, so I needed to do a little more work. I needed to up my diet a notch. And so I learned a lot more, and fortunately, I was friends with so many of you and so many experts in the alternative health movement, so I had access to people who could answer my questions. And I learned a lot. And I put all of that information in my nonprofit, Responsible Eating and Living, for all of you. And here are some of the things that I learned. My favorite color is green. Green foods are so important. They boost our immune system, and my immune system needed some boosting. So I ate as many green foods as I possibly can. Ever since I was diagnosed with this little cancer thing, I've been juicing every day. Juices with kale and collards, all those beautiful dark leafy green vegetables. I add a little celery, a little carrot maybe, a little apple, a little ginger, a little lemon. All those things kind of blend harmoniously with the bitter greens and make it a delicious drink. And I'm absolutely convinced that's one big reason why I am able to talk to you today. These foods boost our immune system. This is what we need to be eating, dark, leafy, green vegetables, so important. Okay, so now I'm going to step aside And I hear people saying, yeah, but I just read this blog post yesterday where we're not supposed to be eating green smoothies because of oxalates. Did anybody read a post like that recently? I get a lot of these questions a lot from people because they're confused. There's all this information out on the internet. It's confusing, I know. Okay, so there have been mixed messages about greens these days, about green smoothies. What's a green smoothie? When you take a blender and you just put in what I usually use is a fruit, a fat, and a green. Keep it simple. So the green can be kale, the fruit can be pineapple, and the fat can be coconut milk, and you've got pina colada kale, and it's delicious. And you blend it up with some water, and it's a great smoothie or a blended salad, whatever you want to call it, and it's nutritious and it's good for you. But people are saying, some people anyway, are saying, but no, blended salads, green drinks aren't healthy because we get too many oxalates, and oxalates can cause stones. And then some other very reputable, notable medical doctors that I respect, they say we shouldn't be juicing and we shouldn't be having blended salads, we should be eating whole foods. Well, yeah. Our diet should be based on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, raw nuts and seeds, and lots of greens, absolutely. But for those of us who want to boost our immune system, or some that just want a little extra energy, or for people that just like something that's easy, blended salads and juices are great. And I do not believe that blended salads have too much fruit that are going to make us fat. They're just fruit. And the interesting thing about blended salads is that dark leafy green vegetables are a little hard to digest. You know, you have to chew them, masticate. Masticate, good word. It's important to chew your greens. And so when we put dark leafy green vegetables in a blender, it kind of does some of the chewing for us, breaks open some of those cell walls, and enables all that good nutrition to be more easily absorbable. So personally, from my point of view, green smoothies and green juicing. And the thing about juicing, I always like to clarify this because it's so important. People say, should I juice or should I blend? Here's the thing about juicing. It enables us to consume a much larger volume of food than we normally could because juicing takes away the fiber. And then people will say, wait a minute, I need fiber. Yes, you do need fiber. And you get fiber from the healthy plant foods that you're eating. But if you want to get extra nutrition, real nutrition, and there's a lot of things we have not identified in the vitamin and mineral and phytochemical world. There's lots of magical things in food we don't have names for yet. We only get them from whole foods. We don't get them from little pills in bottles. And so we need them from whole foods. And unfortunately today, because of giant agriculture and our crazy food system, many of our foods are not grown organically, and our soil is so ill and depleted that some of our vegetables may not have the power that they used to have before, and we need more of them. That's why juicing is great. We can get a great volume of food, taking away that fiber. You can put the fiber in your compost, you can use it as mulch, you don't have to lose it. Yes, we need to eat whole, fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, raw nuts, and seeds. Yes, yes, yes. But juicing is really a powerful thing, and it saved my life. I've got some green shows on my website, responsibleeatingandliving.com. Lots of great information there. And I like to have one-on-one conversations, kind of help people clear away the cobwebs when it comes to food and get an answer that works for the individual, because we're not all the same. And some things work for some people and some things don't. But I really believe that we can all be on a path to health and wellness, and that means, to me, supporting locally grown, organic, non-genetically modified healthy food, supporting the farmers that want to grow this beautiful nutrition for us. That means going to farmers markets and buying from health food stores and belonging to community-supported agriculture, whatever it is, growing food on your rooftop, growing whatever food you can because it's fun and it feels good. So what do I like to do? I like to talk about food. Food is my favorite subject. I love my food. I love eating food. And I think food should be healthy, delicious, satisfying. It should be gorgeous. It should be good for us. It shouldn't do anything to hurt the planet. It's all good. There should be no guilt in food. And I eat lots of wonderful food. People say, what do you eat? And the thing is, there's so many wonderful foods to eat. And if you're wondering what I eat, just go to responsibleeatingandliving.com. Right now there's about 130 recipes of food that I eat. This is real food, food that we eat. And we're going to be adding more things because, whoa, here, just feel that wind. You know what that wind is? That wind is saying, yes, I agree. Yes, feel that wind. Woo! Woo! Right, okay, so what I'm doing is offering tools and truth for anyone that wants it. If you don't want it, have a nice day. But if you do want it, it's all there for you. So, thank you so much for listening. I think that's the end of my time. And it's great. Thank you for coming out. Beautiful day. Eat your greens.